Hi, I'm George and welcome to the Cellar Door Last Drinks. I'm at White Label Distillery, a Tasmanian establishment taking a unique approach to their whiskies. Let's go inside and find out all about it. Phil, you are the partner and director of White Label Distillery.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this project, because those two words, they kind of encompass a lot of jobs.
Originally, I had an idea about producing spirit for the industry because we recognised that there was a shortfall in production and also a need to give people that had maybe the talent to make whiskey but not necessarily the money, the opportunity to walk into a facility and design their own spirit using their own yeasts and so on.
Well, because it's a long game, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the beginning of a journey where, you know, bonding and putting it into casks and so on is and then even bottling it is the rest of the story. But we're here at that initial spirit production so that we can provide a really high quality product for that person to go on their journey with.
So you don't actually distill your own whiskey for yourselves. People come to you.
Yes, and with an idea and an idea of what they want. We can then look at different yeasts and different cuts and so on to give them the product that they got their ideas, you know, that their ideas are based on. We do have a few casks put down to as experimental casks to see where the spirit will end up, you know, once it's matured. And we can offer that to clients as an example of what they can expect to get from different woods and different yeasts and so on.
So you're helping people to build their own.
Yeah.
And how involved are you in that? I mean, you offer them the options,
yes,
obviously, but...
Yeah, well, we can look at, they can provide their own yeast. I mean, they can sort of keep that secret from us as well if they want to, you know, just as, yeah, give us what but they can also be involved in the process to a certain extent. It gives people an opportunity that don't have the fine, because it's a very expensive thing to set up, as you can imagine, and there's a lot of regulations to go through, and it's getting even harder now with surveyors and engineers to get things through. So,
well, this is a state-of-the-art facility.
Yeah. So I've been in chefing in the past, and I've had shared commercial kitchens that I worked in. So we kind of think of it as a shared facility in a way, rather than us dictating everything. You know, like it gives people the opportunity then to make a more genuine sort of product by being involved in it.
And you also facilitate their involvement through expertise.
You know, the experience that Anthony, the distiller, has had in his career, and he certainly, you know, has a good nose and knows how to make a good product. And he's got whiskey that he's produced with other distilleries now that are winning medals, winning the Liquid Gold Award with Jim Murray and winning medals in China more recently and so on. So we've got his products out there already and that are proven, so we can offer that high quality spirit. And the thing about us not producing it ourselves is that the client's guaranteed that they're going to get the best product. We're not going to go, well, we'll save this one for us and we'll give you the stuff that's half rate, you know, not as good as that.
Yeah, so they're your sole
100%,
focus.
yeah, focus on producing that high quality product.
So when does it become draff? After you've washed off?
Yeah, so once we've drawn off all the sugars, it's basically just pig or cattle feed, which they enjoy and they do really well on. So nothing gets wasted.
So and there's no water in here now. It's all
so all the water's been
really
drawn
warm.
off. Yeah. So it's still probably about 50 degrees, if not more. It's been emptied for about 2 hours, so it still holds its heat for a while. So this is around about 64 degrees for most of the day as it's been drawn off. So, and that'll convert the starch into sugars, and that's what we need to make alcohol.
So that good stuff's gone.
Gone. Yep.
And this
will be shoveled out.
By hand?
Yeah, it's still pretty manual in this part of the business. But basically the water's drawn off. We've got pipes running through the floor, and as I said, it was about 60 degrees, the water, so it goes up through what we call a heat exchanger up the top, which is just cold water running past the hot wort is what this is called.
Yep.
This process that comes out.
Or the good stuff.
The good stuff,
Yeah.
the sugary liquid that's, basically sugary barley. And that goes over into our fermenter tanks, and that's cooled down to about 22 degrees for us to pitch yeast and ferment it. So this one here, this wash today, this has just been done today, so this will be really high in sugars, so it'll taste quite sweet. I'll let you taste that one.
Okay, thank you so much.
So there's no alcohol in it.
Oh, there's no alcohol
No
in this?
alcohol. It's just starting the process. Yeah, so that's why it's so sweet. It's just full of sugars. And
It's like a breakfast drink.
yeah, it's like a breakfast drink. Barley sugars was an old-time lolly that
I
used to
remember
taste like
barley
those.
sugars.
Yeah, yeah. So very much similar to that. So this one's actually nearly fully fermented. So this will be about 7% alcohol.
And how long does it take for it to turn?
Around 7 days.
7 days, okay.
Yeah, we normally do it 7 days.
It's a nice quick turnaround. And so what's the creamy colour from?
Oh, it's still just a bit of suspended yeast. It'll actually fall out and be a little bit clearer when it goes into the stills. A little bit sour.
A little bit sour.
Yeah.
It's almost a bit like effervescent.
Yeah, it is. It's got that little bit of fizz still in it, but it's yeah. So basically, the sugars have been eaten up, so it turns more that sour sort of notes.
So from our fermenters?
From our fermenters, the wash is pumped through into our wash still.
Beautiful
And
stills.
Yeah, and this is just this is basically just a workhorse. So it's just one distillation.
Very beautiful workhorse.
Yes, one distillation, and basically what we're doing is just condensing the alcohol, softening it up. As alcohol passes over copper, it actually softens the spirit. So the first distillation will do that, and we collected here is what we call low wines, and they're about 22% alcohol.
And that'll take out all of the sort of sediment and what have you.
Yeah, the sediment falls to the bottom. It's still a bit crude. You wouldn't drink this after one distillation. And then the following day, what we do is we put our low wines into our little spirit still. And this is one where the copper does its magic and actually softens that spirit down. And we do what's called cut. So we cut the best spirit out.
And that's the heart.
That's the heart.
Yep.
And then we have fours and we have faints, which go back in and get redistilled the next day, and you can still get some quite good alcohols come back out of them after they've been refined a bit. Yeah.
And so this is your sort of area?
This is the area where we can put a little bit of our own on it, and that's all dependent on the cuts of the spirit. Also with our fermentation process, you do get quite different characters from different distilleries coming through, right through the whole process to the finished product.
And do you always use barley, malted barley?
Yes, we're using barley, which is what you find in single malt whisky, so yeah.
And then from here?
From here, it gets broken down a little bit more with water. So this is around about 72% alcohol, so it's quite high.
Yes, it is.
The magic...
Would you taste this one?
Yes, taste it every day.
Every day?
9 o'clock in the morning, right through the day. Yeah, so we taste that, but you do get used to high alcohols, but what we do is just take that down to 63.5%, which is...
Just with water? With
water, and that's the ideal percentage of alcohol to go into barrels to work the best.
Can anyone just come in and pop a little barrel down?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, we have people that are interested in investing in barrels and putting them down and then selling them to distilleries in the future, because it's something that distilleries are interested in doing, is buying partly matured barrels or fully matured barrels. And of course there's a percentage attached to that. I sort of put about 0.6 or 0.7% per month to the age of the barrel, and then that increases as it reaches maturity. And I think somewhere the average is probably around 12% return on their money, on their barrel. Yeah.
It's not a bad investment.
Yeah, and it's happening, you know, like I heard of 50 barrels being sold recently. And I think people that are into the romance of whiskey sort of see it as a good, because you've got a tangible asset as well too, you know. So.
Phil, thank you so much for having me at this wonderful and very unique establishment.
It's been a pleasure.
All the best for the future.
Thank you.